Hey yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Boogie back again with a new video. I hope you guys enjoy. Today we're going to go through all the footy over the weekend, top 3 fantasy performers of each game, and then we'll end of how my team looked over the weekend. And obviously I had a couple of underperformers that I didn't expect. There was a big one that you guys would probably already know by now. But yeah, you know, we just keep rolling on, and obviously we'll look at who we can replace in that team. So anyway, without further ado, get straight into the video. First game of the weekend, we had the Sharks beating the Cowboys 26-12. Top 3 fantasy performers of this game, we had Nico Hines with 65. We had Luciano Leilua with 62. He might be a good little pickup that we have coming to the end of the year. Teague Wilton, who's having another great year as well, for 53. Next game, we had my Wires getting beat by the Eels 28-18. A pretty close game all the way up till a couple of like really nice tries from the Eels off kicks and stuff. So I thought the boys turned up, showed some effort, but just got outclassed by a better team. Top 3 fantasy performers, we have all Warriors. We have Tohu Harris with 65, Ewan Aiken with 61, and Sean Johnson with 56. Next game, in one of the highest scoring games on the weekend, we had the Roosters beating the Dragons 54-26. And a massive one, we had Joey Manu with 103 points. Can't freaking believe it. And you best believe I'm going to be looking at him to bring him into my squad coming into the end of the year. If he's going to keep playing 5'8", that could be his spot. We got Sam Walker with 68. And Zachy Lomax was 67. Next game, we had the Seagulls beating the Knights 42-12. To start the game, I thought the Knights played really well. And then next minute, they fell away. And the Seagulls are really becoming a real classy outfit at the moment. So players like Ola Kawatu are standing up. DC's playing really good footy for him now. Polar actually finding his spot. There's got a lot of strike on the edges. And it's crazy for a team to have a guy like Joshy Schuster still on the bench and not using him. So that just shows how classy they are at the moment. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had DCE with 88. He might be a good person to pick up coming towards the end of the year. I think he's grown some confidence from Origin. Garrick was 79. Saab was 66. Next game, we had the Broncos beating the Titans only just 16-12. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had Aaron Clark with 76. Played amazing at that lock position. So maybe a person, if he's going to continue there, to look at. He's a little bit pricey though, so I probably wouldn't touch him. Zach Hoskins with 71. 2 good games for him. Toby Sexton with 67. Another player I want to shout out in this game, they had Aaron Booth that played 9. I strongly believe that the Titans need to keep Booth at that 9 position. I thought he played amazing. It scored a 48 too, as you'll see from my fantasy team. And yeah, a good player I reckon to pick up from now on. In another close one, we had the Panthers beating the Tigers. Well, the understrength Panthers beating the Tigers 18-16. With most of their Origin players out, we did expect them to win. I thought they were still going to win like 13+, but the Tigers actually showed something in this game. But then again, how much can you show against a team that pretty much rested all its Origin stars? So they still played really well, the Tigers. I'll give them that. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had Adam Dewey with 83. We had Fisher Harris with 74. And we had William Mikikau with 74. Shout out to Jackson Hastings too, playing 13, which is definitely not his role. And he actually played really well there. So again, only missing 1 tackle, making 41 tackles. That's a pretty good knock for a halfback playing 13. Second last game of the weekend, we had a crazy one where the Raiders beat the Storm and Storm lose 3 in a row, which is like unheard of. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had Cam Munster 76. We had Nelson Asofa Solomona with 69. And Harry Grant was 62. And last game of the weekend, and the guy that is up top of that top 3 list, he had a freaking cracker of a game. We had the Rabbitohs smacking the Bulldogs in a really close game. Overall, I thought this was a back and forth game all the way to the end, and next minute the Rabbits should show a little bit more class. But the Doggies, you should be proud of that effort. You guys really went toe-to-toe with one of the best attacking outfits in the comp. Top 3 fantasy performers, we had Latrell Mitchell with 98 points, nearly getting up where Joey Manu is. So he's having a cracker return to his season. Tola with 82 and Casey with 61. Totola's been playing really well at the moment too. Shout out to him. So with both our games, we pretty much smacked it. 833, 781 in Yellowstone. And then in Game League, we had 833 to 630. So we're looking pretty good head-to-head on our run home. We're looking at 1st, 3rd, 5th, and in YouTube League, which all the boys there are freaking killing it. Shout out to all you boys at the top here. You know, I don't see me making any ground on you anytime soon. Overall, you know, it's been a really okay season for me. Hasn't been the best season, but we are going to grind toward the end of the season and then really take note of what I've done this season and put it to next season. So you guys are going to grow with me in this one. Other little videos I'm going to be shouting out at the end of it. I'm going to make an EPL fantasy I want to make an NBA fantasy, and I'm going to do an NFL fantasy for the off season, and then we'll start talking to trials and that when we come into next year. So get excited for that. So this is how the team looked coming into the end of the round. So we had 833 points overall scored by a team with a very underwhelming captain from Papi, unfortunately going down with injury. Shout out to Papi. I hope you're going to be all goods, bro. Like it's a tough season for you. It really sucks, we trade him in and expect big things out of him, but injuries are something we can't predict, and I do feel sorry for the player in this one. But we move up in ranks in a couple of, I think a couple hundred ranks, not anything too special with 19,000. Overall, we've still got 4 trades left. We'll get another 4 trades coming to the end of the season. And my salary cap, we got 71,000 to play with. Quickly go through the teams for the weekend, how we perform. So Teddy with 59 points, a pretty good showing from him in a massive scoring game. If we had someone like a Joey Manu, would have been nice, and maybe I should have earlier predicted to put him in, but it is what it is with him. I just wanted to see how he goes, and him at 6 is really crazy. Pappenhausen with 48 on a captain, so he didn't play too much in this game, unfortunately. Possibly I should have just put Nico Hines at captain. I just thought Papi was going to bring in home with that whole Storm team. I thought they just weren't going to go 3 losses in a row, and they were going to really pump the Raiders. So who knows? It was a real bad prediction for me, and, we'll get better from it. Nico Hines with a 65. I thought he played really, really well. That whole Sharks team's playing really amazing at the moment. Tonga and Kula, both with 47 and 44, both really looking really nice. So I'm going to keep them around those spots. There is other centers I could pick up, like, as I said, a Joey Manu, but I think I might pick him up for our wing fullback position. So we'll have to see how we go. I'm not too sure if I definitely will pick Joey, but I think, maybe around that, or maybe get another halfback. So we'll have to see how we go. Jake Avarillo with 37, not too bad at all. And Drinkwater with 37. For him, is a bit low on his standards, but hopefully both those boys, Avarillo will build a little bit of cash off that. Drinkwater, he will probably look like a better game coming to next week. So he had a bit of a tougher game this week. Edges, we had Tohu Harris with 65, Adam Elliott with 54. Great showings from them. Our forwards, Tamalolo with 47, a decent showing. Papali'i with 55, that's why I brought him in, and then Cam McGuinness with 51, who has been playing really nicely for us at the moment. So definitely look at keeping him at the moment until we look at someone else that we can switch around with him towards the end of the season. Harry Grant was 62. That's the reason why I brought him in. He's going to be that hooker to keep for the end of the season. And then I'll put Reed Marnie on the bench with a 55. So consistently, he's always going to get those points. So I think that's a good hooker duo to have coming to the end of the year. Maxi King with 48, Bolle with 25. Not the best game from Bolle, but, it is what it is. I think he's a really good player to have. He's going to build a little bit of cash, and I'll ship him off and, put someone else better in the squad. Will Kennedy with 34 is pretty decent. It's okay. Will Kennedy, it is what it is. I think he's in a better unit, so I'm going to keep him around. Hopefully he builds a little bit more cash, and then I'll ship him off for someone a little bit better as well. The players I did pick up, I picked up Aaron Booth. So Aaron Booth with 48. Actually a really decent showing from him. I think from my last video, this is a surprise. So I did put Harry Grant into my team. So I had Harry Grant, Reed Marnie and all that. Aaron Booth, I've got him now. 48 is a great first showing from him, and I really hope that the Titans keep him with that hooker spot, because I believe he is their hooker for the rest of the season. Cleary didn't play. Fidel got 48. This is one of those games with him. He'll have one of these games, and then he'll go for 12s and 6s for the rest of the year. Wishard with 14. He played a decent role at the moment, only because Papi came out. So I don't really see him holding on too much of a spot there, and we'll have to see how the Storm go for the rest of the season. But overall, pretty happy with how the boys turned out, and I don't think there's too many changes I got to do. Obviously, I'll change Papi and bring in someone like a Joey Manu or that. Other than that, I think everyone else is performing pretty decently. Avarillo was just there to cover for the week for Nathan Cleary. Maybe he'll go back to the bench, and maybe someone like a Bolle will get traded out or whatever, but we've got to hold these 4 trades for the rest of the year. I think we get an extra 4 in round 20, so that's coming up really shortly. But yeah, comment down below your thoughts on the team. Hopefully everyone's enjoying their weekend and that. I hope all your favorite teams have performed over the weekend, because mine, not so much. More videos to come. We move into our new house very shortly, so get excited. We're doing a new studio setup and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, enjoy the roller coaster ride of It's Boogie, baby. Let's go. Peace out.